Can't have music
How
on.
fucking scary was that?
It's weird doing them fast forward. A little bit different. So the day it came out in the UK, and me and Jack's like, yeah, we're ready to film, not even looking where we're going.
I'm too busy trying to get over the film.
So someone's got a phobia of clowns.
Mate, big time. And it took us 20 years to get over the first original, and it's probably going to take another 20 years to get over this one. Fact.
What do you think?
Excellent. Mint. Fantastic. Great. But terrifying. Nightmares? Possibly, yes. The movie is It.
Jack did the review for It last year. He talks about It behind him. VHS that. You also got It off me for Christmas.
Holy shit.
Don't be touching Snarf. You've got my shoes on.
I am. Totally pinchy shoes.
The shoes I've got on my action figure behind you. Just remember when I see them, look. Careful with. Oh, you banged my head!
Orange lasers. Orange lasers.
Put me down, please. There's going to be a lot of reviews on the internet, and we're just going to absolutely clown around. Literally clown around.
I'm still trying to get over how scary it was.
It's pretty terrifying. But just to get it out of the way, a lot of people will be doing reviews, saying how they love it and all this kind of stuff.
CGI was good.
It's all about CGI. How can you not have 10 balloons together? Look.
3.
Yeah, we got 3 balloons, you know. How can you not have like 10 balloons? It's got to be like triangle balloons of CGI. The CGI was overused. There's even shots where Georgie's running down the street and that looks CGI.
Above.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
This has been made really well. It has.
There's bits in it that's in the original, but there's new bits that change it, but it's kind of the same. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like the clown, Pennywise the clown. Here, hold that. Hey Jack, how much is that on eBay?
£100.
I didn't pay £100 for it, so you know what, you can drop it over like. Take this, hold this.
I'm not going to drop that. That is an awesome book.
And I believe you drop it. If you look at the camera and drop it. Dude, I mean drop it.
He tells me to drop things, I drop things.
Sorry, Killian. This is Jack.
Hello.
Shit at the end!
Don't drop that.
No, don't drop that on your head. No, the story's a lot different. I think there's a lot of like, you thought you know where they were going with it, and then they sort of changed direction a bit, especially a lot of the characters. And not having the adults in it from the start, keeping it all the kids for like, where's this going to go? Because in the original, it does bounce between the adults sort of at the start of it, building up, flashing back to the kids.
Back when they're adults and they get the phone call, don't they?
And it all starts flooding back.
Yeah, that's when it all happens when the kids, because they all start getting flashbacks of their own bit of childhood.
Yeah, so that's the massive difference. This is chapter 1. The thing is about all the rest of the people who are not kids, all have that eerie look in their eyes.
Every single one of them.
The mum,
yeah,
evil. The kid, evil.
Man, I totally want to say a spoiler about the mum. Oh, no, so
no spoilers, no spoilers.
No, there's not.
There's a lot of mum jokes in it.
No, there is. Excellent. There is a lot. Oh, man, we're moving, man.
No, we're all not moving. We won't have to cut every time we move. But, like you're saying, there's like a lot of forced humour there, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Carl, who gave me the poster originally, made a good point. Richie, the kid with the glasses, the kid from Stranger Things. Corey Feldman, Stand By Me, from the Goonies, and obviously chucked into it. You know, he's got that kind of like, there's the 80s vibe of it. Because it's set in the 80s, and it was weird because...
It didn't feel like it was set in the 80s, though?
I know, because the age difference between them, Georgie and the brother, is the same as us. And we both grew up in the 80s as well. And it's like... But it's set in America, middle America, so it's kind of there. Especially with the Gremlins poster. Beetlejuice, 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 Beetlejuice.
Steven's gone somewhere. Don't know where he's gone. That very poster?
No, it's not.
It's that one.
It's that one. This is like what we've got to know as the Gremlins. That is what we've got to know, and they're all different covers. The poster in it's the Coming Soon poster, but it's still iconic. That's a balloon. So there's a lot of throwbacks, but again, the borrows that from Stranger Things. You haven't seen Stranger Things, have you?
Negative.
No, a lot of people haven't seen Stranger Things, but got that vibe, hasn't it?
Clown's totally different. Totally different. That's not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler.
He's ginger.
He's ginger. So is Pennywise.
Huh? He's got red hair. Tim Curry's got red hair.
Red, ginger, we're all the same at the end of the day. Woof, 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 woof. What do you think of the clown's voice? Clown's voice.
Oh, the accent was a bit weird. Tim Curry, to be honest with you, right, the clown's good. He's got his weird creepiness, but Tim Curry still fucking owns Pennywise.
Definitely, yeah, without a doubt.
Beep beep, Richie.
Yeah.
We all float down here.
No matter what you hear in his voice, you try, you cross it with.
It's Tim Curry's eyes, because the weird thing about this Pennywise, he's bong-eyed for a start.
Yeah.
And these eyes change, which are always glowing, which is pretty cool. But again, in the 90s one, it's all in camera kind of stuff, except for the stop animation. This is all enhanced a bit with CGI.
Yeah, definitely.
All the what do you call that word?
Contortion.
See, like that, yeah, contortion. It's always like superimposed CGI, isn't it? So. Humour was, I've said this before, but the humour was a lot forced. It was really like man tongue jokes. Some of them fell a bit flat. Like the one at the end, no spoilers, hear about it, and they're looking down the well. The bit was, yeah, I wouldn't make a fucking wish in that. Hilarious. The one at the end, when they're on about when it's defeated, it just falls flat. It's that flat. I can't even remember it. But no, everyone was just silent. You, on the other hand, burst out laughing.
Oh, I did. In which bit? Oh, I can't remember what bit it was. Can't see because there's a spoiler, but there was a bit. I think I was the only person who literally
You burst out laughing loud. I was just like, not
uncontrollable laughter, and it was probably that was the thing about the film. 1 minute, you'd be laughing. For me, next minute, I don't know how many times I covered my eyes and shouted, "Holy fuck!" Oh, can't swear.
Of course you can swear.
Can I? Cock shit balls. But yeah, that's what I enjoyed about it. The fact that 1 minute I'd be laughing, and next minute I'd have my eyes covered.
I'm trying to think what bit you laughed at there, but it was funny. But you were like, ha 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 ha. Now Jack at one point got up and left, and came back like a dickhead, because he came back with nachos and he came back with a massive drink of slush puppy, and that's when you started laughing as well, because you're like, I looked at you and you were like, fuck's wrong with you? I've got brain freeze. I'm like, fucking hell, man. They just suddenly burst out laughing.
The worst brain freeze I've ever had.
You're like, ah. The humour is quite funny in it.
Yeah, definitely. Compared to the original, where it was always quite serious.
Well, the original was made for TV though, so there was no F-bomb, and there's a lot of F-bombs there, so
not.
obviously in TV it wasn't there.
And obviously then, I don't even think the kids swore in the original.
Oh yeah,
I think the worst swear word in the original was
shit.
I possibly even that.
Yes. Another thing that it does borrow a lot from is Stephen King as well. Early Stephen King. This was made in the 80s as well, and this is a forgotten about Stephen King film, which should get remade, but it's sort of where you got Stand By Me. The friendship is really like nostalgia put into it as well, which I think is awesome as well. The bike ridings, the choppers. Wasn't much about the silver. His bike.
No, God, do you know
have that reminiscent
the
original.
first time I watched that, I hadn't watched it ever until you mentioned it, and we watched it in that silver bike, and I was like, I don't think I can take it seriously.
There's one thing, this is not a spoiler, but there's one thing that I couldn't get out of my head going back to the whole 80s nostalgia is Pennywise doesn't come out of a little waterhouse. Bum pum, hi Barry. The waterhouse thing. Hi Gully, sorry. Hi Kidder. Hi Simon. Hi Lee. Waterhouse the man, bum bum. Doesn't come out of the waterhouse. He comes out of the Burbs house, then he comes out of the fucking Clopex house. It's like, the end of the street, it's a Clopex house he's in. That's what to me was, it's like, come in the clown house. Hilarious bit though, and not a spoiler, the fucking rock throwing competition when the music kicked in. That was awesome. That was far better than the whole bit where they're in the quarry.
Yeah, definitely.
Like there was some really good. It felt like it was made for 3D. Especially bits like that, and especially when the blood's going up and stuff, when they're all going down there. So
I got into the IMAX thing at the Odeon in the Metro Centre, and I looked at Stephen and I goes, oh, crap, I forgot my glasses. It's not 3D. Idiot.
And did you see the Pennywise reference?
Yes,
the original Tim Curry.
Yes, I did. We're not going to tell you when.
Yeah, well, everyone knows when. You've seen
Just
the trailer.
Wait.
You see the trailer. That's pretty.
Well,
cool.
I've seen the trailer, and it took us about what, an hour of you.
I gave up eventually.
Sent us the trailer. Sent us the exact second of the trailer when it happened. Still couldn't see it. He sent us stills. Still couldn't see it. And then just as I was about to give up, I seen him but I'm not telling you which corner. Is it this corner? Is it that corner? Is it this corner? Or is it...
That one. People as clowns. There's a police warning for people not to be rushed like clowns this weekend, so you can stay in the cupboard. Hey Jack. One thing I am hoping for, and really am hoping for, I hope Seth Green comes back to play Richie as the adult. That would be nostalgia awesomeness.
That would be awesome. I didn't even think of that as well, because he
is the right age now to play Richie.
He would be, aye.
And it's the same kind of character. So Seth Green, I hope you return to the It franchise.
Definitely.
Even though you were pretty awesome as King Kong in the Lego Batman movie. Get on the It one, please. And talk about the Batman reference is in there.
Batman reference.
What the fuck? You need to watch what's going on behind.
I'm terrible, you know. I just look straight ahead.
There's a Lethal Weapon 2 reference. Did you get that?
I can see that. Nope, I didn't see that either. To be fair, I know why you didn't see anything. Because I spent most of the film doing that.
I'm not exaggerating. It's just like Katie didn't come, Annie didn't come. Like, oh yeah, you guys can just go to the pictures. I'm like, I've got to hold this motherfucker's hand. Then we get the pictures now. Give you credit. Mint seats. Mint seats. High five mint seats. Everyone else and everyone else out there are all from fucking concert. Your mates and some people who are always coming to work, all from concert. I'm like, what's this? The concert line? So there's me and him sitting in the pictures, and we've got a balloon, and some of the looks about this balloon were kept appearing underneath the seat and going.
People weren't impressed. And then I stopped giggling. And then I giggled.
See, the thing is, there's a lot of people who haven't even seen the original, and definitely haven't read the book. I mean, who's got a fortnight off to even start the first chapter of that thing? But a lot of people have broke stuff. One of the biggest problems about it, you've got to turn the disc over, and there's some people that's too much hard work. So a lot of people have seen one half of the movie, the other part of the movie, and people have only watched that way up. Tonight's film is totally different to what they expected.
I think, personally, it now, the original, doesn't scare us. The new one is just, I think out of the last 20 horror films I've seen, by far the scariest film I've ever seen.
There is a bit which is really frightening. Now I'm not going to get the projector out because it's in the attic. But cut to the Kong video. Next clip, please. Yep. That projector where it's all flashing with the clips.
Oh God, that was the bit. That was the weird.
You proper jumped for that. You're like, oh my God.
I'm not gonna. I was sweating. I was nervous from the onset, and I'd probably say from start to finish, at least 10. By far, 10 bits that made me jump out of my skin.
Oh, you well jumped. There was one bit which was pretty awesome though. We finally got to find out what all float down here means. When they're all floating and all that. Like the junkyard and all that. That was awesome. That was awesome. Well,
do you know what? I will just burn myself on a light. Do you know what? He's just said that, and it's took us from the Metro Centre to Stephen's house to realise what that actually means. I didn't get that.
well, we all float down here. They're all like...
Well, now I get it.
it wasn't in the original, was it?
Well, I know, but even the float thing, I was just watching it.
We all float down here. It's probably at like 1,306. We all float down here.
It is.
Someone on its covers up. How the fuck did I pick that out of the book like
No
that? There's someone on the covers to take on the... How many...
It's going to start flicking and blood's going to start coming out of it. Can we talk about that?
There's an iconic scene in the original where there's blood in the bathroom, and Stephen King normally tips around that fucking grey area about bathrooms. Dreamcatcher, poor Jason Lee. But that was totally over the TT, wasn't it? Totally over the TT. We all float down. It was just craziness, all this redness. One of the storylines that didn't really change that much from the original is the storyline between the girl and her father.
Yeah.
And same with the bath scene. A lot of the other guys have different experiences of the clown. There's no werewolf in it, you know what I mean?
There's not.
There's no werewolf. There's no Stephen King silver bullet.
There's totally not a werewolf in it, and do you know what? That annoyed me because
There's no pictures thing. There's reference to the pictures, but again with the girl, it's sort of like that's its modern era, rather than just a little balloon coming out of the sink and blood going in the face. It's sort of like OTT, I mean, what's so simple about blood? It's more psychological warfare. See, for example, there's a balloon, right? And the balloon, like, this goddamn balloon, the balloon is just basically in a sink. So this balloon just pops up and just, exactly. Simple.
It's classic.
Blood in the face. So apart from that, did you enjoy it?
Loved it. Best film of the year, probably say. Definitely. Scariest film of my life. Will I watch it again?
It was long. It was long because it's like, you think, you know, I think the problem is if you've seen the original, you're like looking forward to it and you kind of sense the end's coming.
I thought the end was coming 3 times.
And then it has that extra kick. Goes back to the clown house a bit. Any other bits stuck out differently?
There's no shower scene. And no, I'm not talking about naughty shower scenes like I normally watch.
Well, the elongated shower things, just
yeah, when they come out in
the same time. That's not
that would
bad.
have been perfect. That would
That
have been
looks
awesome. That was the only bit of, could you call it CGI? Probably not. Some kind of old school special
What, stop
effects.
animation? Was,
Where he pops it open, yeah. That's probably the only bit of special effects in that film.
but some of the things were really dark though.
Belch didn't die.
Huh?
Belch wasn't even in it. Belch was only in it 3 times and that was it. Pff, gone.
Belch?
Belch, the guy who burps, he was only in it 3 times, that was it, gone.
Are you talking about the guy who looks like my brother Sam?
No, that wasn't Belch. Belch was the fat guy, the guy who was your brother Sam. Sam, you're in the film.
Yeah, Sam is definitely in the film.
Definitely.
He's a clip of Sam.
Refuel.
That's it?
You're just gonna film it and like take screenshots from it.
Yeah, that's Sam. Sam lives all the way in New Zealand. Took time off to go and film it. Looks like him. The big kid. The big
Ben.
kid, Ben, takes a lot more away from the black boy. What's he called?
I'm not going to say it.
The big kid, Ben, takes away a lot from the black boy. Michael?
Can it say black boy?
Of course you can.
You can it?
Why not?
I don't know, can you say black boy these days?
Well, he looks like Muhammad Ali's son. I don't fucking know.
Doesn't I wanted to say that, he looks a spitting double. That's
You
not,
can't-
that's not racist though. He's spitting double of him.
Right, aye, but people will get offended.
Why? What, because he looks like Muhammad Ali? I wouldn't get mad.
You just said I couldn't say the other way, now it's just blatantly obvious.
No, I could say you look like, I don't know.
Kerry?
Yeah, and people couldn't take offence to that. If you say a black male, African American,
Like, all I was
looks
trying
like
to say
Muhammad
is
Ali,
the
he
kid
does look
Ben.
like Muhammad Ali. And you all agree, you won't think it's racist at all. He looks like Muhammad Ali.
He does. He's a really good actor. All the kids were perfectly cast. But
They were, apart from the very first scene, and you'll probably know because it's in the original, when they're building the boat, and he starts talking for the first time.
Oh, the stuttering.
It was too much put on. It was too much put on, and I didn't like
The
that.
kid in the
And-
original
and-
nailed it, yeah.
And straight away, I thought, I thought the movie was going to be crap. After that.
Let's go.
Yeah. Sadly, the guy who played Billy originally passed away. Yeah. Yeah.
So, should you go and see it? The pictures, definitely. The sound was awesome. That was
Yeah.
so
If
like,
you're going to go and
whoa.
see it in IMAX, it was excellent. It probably added the
Aye,
fee to
it
it.
turned up the fear of tension, definitely. I thought the acting was okay all around. Kids were pretty awesome.
After that first scene, I thought the acting was excellent.
Again, though, a lot of the cast, there's a lot of the supporting cast all got a creepy factor, and it's all in the eyes. I think they've all been cast of Pennywise could be like lurking evil and Dairy. You know, something in there. Sets up a lot for a part 2 that we are getting. It'll be interesting again to see who's casting it, and you know, this is good.
Personally, chapter 2, I didn't enjoy the second part of the original as much as I did the first one, so am I being sceptical?
Yeah, it's
Who
like
knows?
it's like the film's going to start, and the kids who you just fell in love with seeing this film or like went through this whole ordeal with are going to be at the start as like cameos or flashbacks, because obviously they're going to be recast with the actors because it'll be the older cast.
There will be. Seth Green.
Seth Green.
Seth Green?
Seth Green.
Seth Green.
Seth Green.
Play Richie. I'm telling you, do it, man. I would highly recommend it, to be honest. Definitely.
There's a lot of clowns in it, mind. A lot of clowns.
Too many clowns for me. I think that's why I went out to have a drink. I was a bit
I
scared.
can't believe you came back with nachos. It was a fucking pet hate of mine, like.
Was it? Why?
You alright there?
With me. Oh man, why didn't I bring it in? It was pretty much that big, wasn't it?
Brain freeze. So it's just like, you know, you get, oh, I'll go on my phone when I'm watching this so I don't get scared, you know, whatever. You know, and there you are. Are you okay, Jack?
We're giving it bricks.
Oh, concert bricks are up there.
Yeah.
It's not concert brick. Well, not now.
Ooh, what is it? It's
Wait,
series.
it's Durham, it's fucking...
This is series 2. Or will it be
No.
it's just be going out straight away? Is this
It's
just
going out
is
straight
this
away.
just a...
Well, the thing is, it's no longer just Concert Magazine, it's Durham Magazine, it's Edinburgh Magazine. I sort of got myself clustered with all these things to do for. So the old fashioned concert break is sort of almost derelict. It will be going into season 3. But yeah. So yeah,
Well, we're not going to give it any bricks.
we definitely
Go and
recommend to
see
see
it.
it. Definitely
Definitely.
worth watching. Right.
And I'm going to go home. I've got an hour's drive to go home because I live in the middle of nowhere and I'm absolutely shitting my pants to go outside because where I live there's no street lights.
Dude, there's no internet connection.
There is. No phone signal. Boop, boop, boop. So if I'm getting chased I can't ring anyone. Yeah.
Let's say goodbye to everyone.
You know me. I'm Jack. I'm going home. Peace out. I've got my fucking hand off it yet. Why is it not fucking bursting? What's this made out of rubber?
Fucking Gizmo.
Fucking Gizmo. Shut up.
There's our own Gremlin reference there.
Oh man, not me.
But there's a lot of blood in there. It's just like, will you come back if there's a sequel, Jack?
Yes.
You're not touching me. Are you?
Oh, the hand thing.
Will you come
You'll
back?
get it after you've watched it.
Yeah.
20 years it took us to get over that one. Another 20 years.
There was, however,
Wait, what's that?
he's an outtake for, there was a lot of missing posters around and you were kind of looking to go, who's that celebrity in there and all this, and like kind of see if there's any cast pop-ups, but yeah. Go to him. Missing in action. The Lost Boys won.
Here's a quick outtake for you. There is the poster Carl got us. Thank you very much, Carl.
If I do this, I don't get scared of the man behind us. Ah!
Are you still waiting around the end of this video for spoilers? There is nothing really to spoil. It is what you've seen in the past. It's just well worth the watch. Well done. And just pure horror ride, really. Comedy, rock and roll, brick fighting, character building, friendship, Stand By Me, that kind of stuff. The Losers Club. Yeah. Nice. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Toodles.